packed work days, nonstop social plans, and mile-long to-do lists. The holiday season can certainly feel like one big stressor, but the solution is this guy and also his advice in doing less. Joining us now to explain is productivity pro and New York Times best-selling author Steve McClatchy. Thank you so much, Steve.
Great to be here.
For
Thanks
joining
for
us. It's great to have you. I used to, not anymore, but I had the disease to please.
Yeah.
And I could never say no.
Yeah.
And I think that has to be the start of fixing things when it comes to being burdened by so much.
Yeah, it's hard to do, and it's a great skill to possess. So outside of our brain helping us to make decisions, there's two tools we use, a to-do list and a calendar. To-do lists are great. We get more done, we forget less. The problem with the to-do list is we don't defend the time it takes to do things on a to-do list, but we defend the time it takes to do things on a calendar. We add to a to-do list after we make a decision, but we check a calendar before we make a decision. So if I invited you to a party this weekend,
okay,
what would you check?
I would probably put that on my calendar if I'm available, but I would check first.
If you said, let me check my to-do list, I'd be insulted.
Yeah, you would.
So all right, you check your calendar and you're at a wedding this weekend. You wouldn't say no to my party. You would just say, I'm at a wedding.
I can't make it. I'm at the wedding.
If you want to get better at saying no, we have to get better at saying yes to the right things. By saying yes to that wedding, you said no to a million other things. During the holidays, it is best to plan your time with your calendar, not your to-do list, and then check the calendar. Now you have choices. You can scrap the plan and go with the new opportunity. People think planning limits your freedom, and it gives you choices. And you look back at the holidays and you spent your time where you wanted to spend your time, and you didn't get caught up doing things you didn't want to do.
That's great advice. I mean, just last weekend, there was one thing on my calendar for Friday evening that I had planned months prior. A lot of invitations came in for other things. It's the holiday
and you
season.
Defended it.
I said no. I said no because I had already planned to do that one event and relax the remainder of the weekend.
The better we get at that, planning, and I know people don't like to plan, but when we plan it, we have a reason to say no to poor uses of our time.
We create more freedom. Talk about the to-do list versus the not to-do list.
So my definition of a have to is any task or activity, if you don't do it, it'll find you. So if you don't have to pay your bills, but if you don't, it'll find you. But you don't have to go for a walk today. That is very easily pushed off till tomorrow, so you don't have to do it today. Well, the don't have tos give us a sense of progress, a sense of momentum, a sense of accomplishment. So when we look at reading, writing, meditating, acquiring new skills, setting goals and achieving them, this gives us a sense of progress. When we stay in the same place for too long, which is what the have-tos do. If you don't pay your bills, your life gets worse. When you pay your bills, your life stays where it is. When we stay in the same place for too long, the word we use to describe how we feel is burnout.
Yes.
If in 2026 you don't want to use that word burnout, create a list of everything that's going to make your life better. Then pull out your calendar and schedule the time, and then you'll have a reason to say no to poor uses of your time. The don't have to list, it's kind of a weird way to say it, right? The things that are easily pushed off that you don't have to do today are where we feel most fulfilled and where we get excited about our lives.
One thing I've been doing for the past 4 years now is that I make a huge list of have to, need tos. And once I go through the full list, I move the need tos to the top, highlight those in red, and get to the rest when I can. Is that essentially the same thing you're talking about?
No, because the deadlines. Any task with a deadline means it's going to find you.
Okay.
But let's take going for a walk today. That's not a need to. That's a want to. So when we misprioritize our want-tos, think of the results you get and how you feel after, we spend time learning, growing, acquiring new skills. We feel alive. And we often prioritize those things at the bottom of the list.
Got it.
So I say, get them off the list. Put them on the calendar so that your have-tos and your don't have-tos aren't near each other. The don't have-tos are for your calendar, not your to-do list.
Finally, as we talk about the holiday get-togethers and potlucks and the like, sometimes you're in situations with people you don't necessarily like or have to be around. How do you manage?
To be a part of
Even family, right?
Man, right? In-laws, cousins, people you don't interact with all the time. And sometimes, so I put the people we interact with at the holidays into 3 categories. There's the people that want to be there, there's the people that don't want to be there, and there's the people that are along for the ride. Well, of course, The people you want to seek out are the people that want to be there and are along for the ride. They're great with chit chat, small talk, but they know how to ask some follow-up questions, go a little deeper, but they keep it light and fun. So they're easy. The people we think about that make it difficult are the people that don't want to be there, or even worse, they're looking for a reason not to get invited back next year, right? So these are the people you have to prepare your conversations with. And this is chit chat, small talk. Don't go into politics and religion, right? Keep it light, and then interrupt your own train of thought when it's time to exit from the conversation. I've seen people get caught in 3-hour conversations with people they didn't want to spend their time with because they didn't have the skill of breaking it. Instead of interrupting them in the middle of your own train of thought, be like, oh my gosh, I told my daughter I was going to give her a call. It was so nice, right? Step out. It's awkward, but it's not rude. When you interrupt yourself, it's not rude. And you don't spend your time in a way that you didn't want to spend it with the people.
But then also don't step out and go to the corner and chat with another coworker and then they can see you from across the way. You don't want to do that either.
You have to have a good reason. And then there's always telling people if I'm talking to somebody for too long to bail me out. And that helps a lot too. But being able to say, hey, there's somebody I wanted to talk to before they left. It was really nice talking to you. Having that skill of interrupting yourself is vital during the holiday season.
Power. See, thank you so much. I could have talked to you for 3 hours. You're that good. I think these are great stocking stuffers as well. Great advice. Yes.
I agree.
And that's where you all can stay abreast and stay connected to Steve McClatchy, New York Times bestselling author. Well, which old school holiday tradition